Welcome to ST Reviews, and my name is Sash. It's been a minute since my last video, and I've been meaning to record. I've got a few things that I wanted to go through and review, but I came across a product recently through one of my wife's friends, and my wife's been on my case to review it and share it with the rest of the world because she felt that it's a very, very good little device that will help others. So stay tuned. So if you've got young kids like us, or other family members that are worried about their safety at times, you sort of wonder, well, what can I do to make sure they're okay, or how can they notify me if there are any issues or concern or safety matters or whatnot. Anyway, we came across a really cool device, inexpensive one, that will allow our kids to notify us if there is A, an emergency, and B, hopefully deter whatever the situation may be. And the device that I'm talking about is the Swan Active Response, which is the Generation 2 little device, which I've actually ended up purchasing one for my wife, for the kids, and they're a pretty nifty little thing, to be honest with you. And I wanted to share it with my viewers out there because if you are like me and you've got kids or loved ones, like I said before, that you're worried about, or you're concerned about the safety and how they can notify you, well, stay tuned because this could be a good device for you to get as well. Before I go any further, it's going to be important to note that this is not a sponsored video. I actually purchased this device myself and used my hard-earned cash. I bought a number of them, and what it is actually a little keychain device that you can hang off your keys. It's small enough to be on your keys or put in your bag or whatnot, but it's got a built-in siren, 120 decibel siren. It's got SMS alerts and a long battery life. But what does it really do? Well, if you can imagine, you've got a device that's in your hand or close to you, and in case of an emergency, you've got an option to, and I'll show you a bit closer shortly, you've got an option to trigger an alarm to deter an incident from happening, and at the same time that alarm will then connect and send the allocated or nominated person in the app notification to say, hey, Sash has triggered the alarm and he needs help, and here's his GPS location right now. Alternatively, there is a silent alarm, the big red button, like Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. You flick the button and that notifies the other receiver, which in this case it's me and one of the kids. I get notified that your child's pressed the button, and it gives you GPS coordinates of where they are. Now, my first comment from my daughter was, well, hang on a minute, you're just giving me a device that you're going to track me and see where I'm going or what. No, it doesn't work that way. This is not, it's not a beacon where it's constantly pinging a location. It's strictly a device that once unlocked and triggered, it will send the other receiver that's pre-nominated location, which I thought was quite good. So it's only going to do something when you activate it, right? And it may not be that someone may be in danger. It could be as simple as they've broken down somewhere and they don't know where they are. Press a button, that GPS coordinate will come to myself in this case, and then I know where they are. I can go and help out. And likewise, if you've got an elderly family member that perhaps at risk from falling or getting lost or whatever the case may be, it does come, and I'll show it closer once I've opened it up. There's a lanyard, they can hang it off themselves, press a button, and once again, you can go find them. So anyway, enough chit chat. Let's open it up, let's have a closer look and actually set it up on the app as well and see what we think. Okay, so if we want to have a bit of a closer look in the box of what it actually comes with, and what it looks like, there you go. In the box you get the personal alarm. Now this one is in a graphite color. There is like a light blue color as well, which is actually $10 dearer for some reason. Carabiner, lanyard, the battery, and the operation manual. So let's just open it up quickly. You do need to get the Swan security application for this and actually register it and set it up, which I will do shortly. And keeping in mind, for this to work, you do need to be in mobile coverage and have access to your mobile phone as well. So if your mobile phone is dead, I can't see how this would work because it does need the connection to send the GPS location. So in the box we get the instructions, which has a bit of information and a link to the app. That's the carabiner, that's the lanyard, and there's the device itself. So in you get this stupid battery out making so much noise, and I apologize for that. Come on. Okay. So in just to give you a bit of an idea, here's a chapstick, and here's the device itself, right? So it is a small device. You know, it's probably smaller. I don't know, not that I own one, but it's probably smaller than a lipstick. And you've got the little hook there. So the idea is that I'll put this carabiner on it, and then, you know, you can hook it up to your bag, to your keys, or whatever the case may be. Alternatively, you got the lanyard if you want to hang this around your neck, and you know, some people may have a need for that as well. So at least it comes in the box. Okay, so off camera, I've downloaded the Swan Security application on iOS. It's also available on Android. I've registered the user, so you go through, you know, your address, your name, email address, verification, and so forth. I'm up to the section now where I need to actually pair the device. So I click pair, start, and then let's go allow. Let's keep that off camera, and then they would like to access the camera. Allow. So there is a QR code at the bottom of the unit. So I'm just going to scan that. And I'm going to allow Bluetooth devices. So what it's asking now is for me to put the battery in. So it's simple as unscrewing. Battery goes in with plus up. Screw it in. And you will hear double beep. And go next. Oh, so one thing you got to do is on location services, you got to set it to always allow access to your location, even in the background. So that's very important. So I'm going to do that off camera here. So here you just change it to always. So that helps with the GPS. When they're trying to find you, click on next, and it's looking for the device. Click, turn the button to unlock and press to confirm. So as you can see here, there is a lock and unlock, and there's a twisting mechanism. It's currently locked, meaning that you can't accidentally press it, say in your bag or your pocket. Flick it to unlock, press the button once to confirm. I've just pressed it, and done. So personal alarm, I'm just going to call this under my daughter's name. Okay, I've gone through the process off camera where it asked around where was it purchased, yada yada yada, which I thought was pretty, well, it's boring to watch, but it's been set up. I'm now at a test mode of the device, so what I'm supposed to do is press the button and it will go through a scenario where it does send a message. So I'm going to put my hand over the phone only because it will come up with the GPS locations of where I am right now. So button is pressed, and it goes into a map. Now, what happens on the receiver's end is that I've just received a message which has, okay, emergency alert. So-and-so has triggered an emergency alert on their Swan personal alarm. This is a test message, no action is needed. And then it goes through to say that that particular user, actually what I'll do is I'm going to do a real one, so it won't be a test. So I'm going to take this phone off camera. So I'm going to pretend it's a real alarm. I've just triggered it now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 seconds. And I've just received a message to say that my daughter has triggered an emergency alarm. Please allow your agreed emergency plan or call police. and then it gives you the link. It even tells me her battery on her phone, and it's telling me that her battery's got 55%, which is no surprise because the kids go through their batteries very quickly. I click on a link, and in the link I'm actually, again, it's off camera, so I do apologize, but it does give me the GPS coordinates of where she is. So it's pretty smart, okay, when it comes to that. Now, the other thing that it's also worth mentioning that with this device, as I've previously highlighted, currently it's on unlock. I'm not sure if you can see that. Now, if I twist it, it goes into lock, which you can't actually press it. Now, if I was to pull this pin, regardless whether it's on lock or unlock, it does set off that 120 decibel alarm. I will do it for the sake of this, so if you've got headphones on, just be prepared. In reality, it's not a very loud alarm. I wish it was a bit louder, so they just test that. And if you want to switch it off, you just push it back down. It does not have to be in unlock. If you're doing the emergency alarm, it can be in any whether lock or unlock, and you just pull it. It is pretty hard to pull, so you got to give it a bit of force. And it's off. Push it back down and it's off. So yeah, fantastic little device. As you can see, it's the size of my thumb. It is small. It's not intrusive. It's not like, you know, it's going to get in the way. I'm sure at some stage there will be some sort of a silicone sleeve or something if you want to personalize it. I did say there was 2 different color options, but I opted in for this one. And yeah, great little gadget. So in summary, it could be a bit louder. I think that 120 decibels, and I haven't tested it to confirm it's really that loud or not, but it's not loud. You know, I've heard personal alarms where if you trigger them, they're very high pitch and you can really hear it, and it's really annoying. This is enough to make some noise, so people perhaps will turn around if it's not too loud, but more importantly, it does send out notification. So would I go buy it again? 100%. There's definitely a purpose for it. Like I said, I bought 4 of them, so it does do the job. I think I paid here in Australia 29 Australian dollars for it. So in the scheme of things, it's not an expensive little insurance policy, and would highly recommend it. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. My name is Sash again, and this is ST Reviews, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.